Projects make up almost half of the work that most organizations do. Organizations use projects to help meet their strategic goals. In terms of strategic goals, projects may help an organization meet changes in market demands, customer requests, or organizational requirements. They may also help an organization make the most of technological advances or meet legal requirements. Select each strategic goal for examples. The goal of a project may be to respond to increases or decreases in market demands. For example, car manufacturers research and design fuel-efficient cars to meet market demands for greener products. Projects may help organizations satisfy customer requests. A call center may use a project to upgrade its computer systems based on requests for faster response times. Projects can help meet changes in organizational requirements. So a company may renovate an old office building to create a new office space for its expanding workforce. Projects may be initiated to incorporate or adapt to technological advances. A software developer may use a project to create plugins for the latest version of an operating system. A project's goal may be to ensure compliance with laws. A hospital may launch a project to update its record-keeping processes to meet the legal requirements set by new federal laws. So projects form an important role in organizations. But what exactly is a project, and how is it any different from other types of work? First, a project is work that produces a unique product, service, or result. Second, a project has a temporary duration. It has a definite beginning and an ending. Historically, certain industries were considered to lend themselves better to project-driven work than others. However, that is no longer the case. Consider three organizations in different industries: a hospital, a cosmetics company, and a medical products company. The nature of the work these organizations do is very different. However, each of the organizations uses projects to meet its strategic goals. Select each organization for information about a project that it is implementing. A hospital wants to automate its payroll system. The hospital administrators intend to kick off the project in February and have the system up and running by December. The project will analyze the requirements and design and implement the new system. In this example, the new or unique product that the project aims to produce is an automated payroll system. The project is temporary. It begins in February and ends in December. A cosmetics company is planning to provide its field sales force with remote access to the corporate network. It intends to equip salespeople with handheld devices so they can access sales order processing and customer relationship management information. The project will conclude once the sales force is equipped with and trained on how to use the new technology. In this example, the unique product is the automated system. The project is temporary. It will end once the sales force can use the system. A multinational company that creates medical products intends to move some of its operations to a plant in Puerto Rico. The project involves moving a production line that manufactures adhesive bandages. The goal is to have the facility up and running in 18 months' time. In this example, the unique result is the production line in Puerto Rico. The project is temporary. It will take a year and a half to complete. Although projects are temporary, they are not necessarily short-lived. A project's lifespan can vary from a few days to several years. The key is that a project has a set beginning and an end point. When a project starts, you are unlikely to know all the details required for its success. However, you will have an idea of the required end result. This is where the concept of progressive elaboration comes in. Progressive elaboration is a characteristic of a project. The Guide to the Project Management Body of Knowledge, usually known as the PMBOK Guide, defines progressive elaboration as an incremental process that allows changes to be incorporated into a project without significantly affecting scope. So progressive elaboration involves clarifying and refining a project over time. Project teams continuously improve and adjust project plans as more information becomes available. Progressive elaboration should not be confused with scope creep. Scope creep happens when there are unwanted and uncontrolled changes to a project. The PMBOK guide defines scope creep as changes to the original scope of a project without addressing the effects this may have on resource use or on customer expectations. The same issues that might trigger scope creep, such as customer requests and human resource changes, actually trigger progressive elaboration when a project is properly managed. Project managers must be on the lookout for issues and new information that must result in updates to plans. Almost any change to the scope of a project affects its budget and timeline, so the project team and the customer need to discuss and agree on changes before they take any action. Examples of changes that can trigger progressive elaboration include changes in legislation, organizational structure, technology, or the context in which a project occurs. Follow along as Catherine discusses progressive elaboration within the relocation project that her medical products company has launched.
We had the first plans for the relocation project in place by January, but as you know, projects often change direction. We needed to make the first change to the project when the project manager left the company. We assigned a new manager and updated the plans with this information. The next change needed quite a bit more work. We had just set the cost baseline when federal building code regulations changed in Puerto Rico. Our project manager adjusted the budget by increasing the cost to accommodate the factory building's new requirements. Another change happened while we were recruiting factory staff. It was more difficult than initially expected to find skilled labor, and the recruitment drive took longer than expected. The project manager adjusted the schedule accordingly.
Consider the project that Catherine discussed. What types of factors made progressive elaboration of the project necessary?